Oh God. Is it filming?
So he just kind of hangs out?
Yeah, I see. He's
Over your arm and then you can pat him.
He doesn't like
Yeah,
me.
he feels supported. See them painted.
Oh yay! Do I have to hold him? Oh, I got it. I'm good at touching cats. Yeah. He's like, I hate Mondays. All right, yeah, I'll let you go now. Hi, Harvey Hooke here. In this video, I want to give you the 3 steps that is going to make your sex life crazy. So first I want to talk about why a good sex life is actually important. Because, well, in any relationship, unless you're personally, and I completely understand if you're in a position where you believe in sex after marriage or all that kind of stuff, anything I say next, you can just replace with, instead of sex, like something that he really likes or appreciates. So everything I say is still applicable if you're in that situation. But if you're not in that situation, sex is really important to a relationship because it's kind of like another way of connecting. And I've always said that if you're having good sex in your relationship, that's probably because your relationship's actually really good. Because it's only a reflection of your connection. Even if it's a physical connection or an emotional connection, it is just a reflection of that. If your relationship needs a little bit more spice, what I'm about to give you is something that will drive him absolutely crazy. And if you're a guy, you're welcome. Okay, so what I'm gonna give you is the Alt Simmons Mojo Booster, which is these 3 steps. If you don't do this, what's gonna happen is you will probably just have the same sex you've been having. And not that there's anything wrong with that, but if you do this, it's going to put him into a position where he's going to ravage you. So use lightly. Does that sound good? Yeah, see? It's very intense. So the first thing you want to do is create sexual interest. And by that, I know you're already in a relationship and you're in a position where you probably sleep with each other regularly, but you've got to start this early on in the day. So picture yourself, if you're going to sleep with him in the night or want to have this crazy event in the night, you kind of have to set this up early. So at the start of the day, what you've got to do is send him a message that implants this thought in his brain. A message, for example, is like, I've been thinking about you all morning, or I've had a dream about you last night. And this is slightly sexually suggestive. If he asks you what it is, you can kind of flirt with him a little bit, but don't tell him too much. If you give too much away, it's going to kind of ruin that tension. The aim here is to get him thinking. So kind of be a bit vague with your language as well afterwards. The second part here is when you actually see him, you have to resist him a little bit. So it's actually part of the male brain that we kind of want to conquer things. If you set up a little bit of a challenge, so you make yourself more unavailable, maybe your body language is a bit cold, maybe if he just assumes that, you know, because you've been thinking about him sexually all day, that he might get some, but when he actually sees you that you're a bit colder towards him, or maybe you're trying to focus on a bit of work, that's going to actually drive him a little bit crazy because he had this expectation that, you know, he's going to get some, and then all of a sudden when he sees you, you're not giving it to him straight away, he's going to be a little bit pissed. What happens when you do this? It kind of heightens the tension of the situation. It's kind of like when you add salt to a meal, it makes you a little bit thirsty. This is adding a hell of a lot of salt. So step 3 of this is there needs to be a giant reward at the end. So when you're actually about to do the deed, because his expectations about what's going to happen has gone from here to here. So he's feeling probably a little bit low. And you can use this for evil or you can use this for good. So, you know, be careful about how you use this. But just a little thing like wearing matching underwear or lingerie for him, even though you're kind of treating him a little bit badly, is going to make him go from here where he's like, yeah, I'm going to get some, to she's being a bit of a dick to me, to oh my God, she had this planned all along. And that kind of emotional roller coaster is going to send him into a spiral. So yeah, I'm not going to tell you what happens next because that's for your sex ed teacher to tell you. Long story short, there's birds and the bees, and they have sex. That's actually what my brother told me when we had the talk. He said, there's birds and bees, and they have sex. Any questions? And I was like, all right, fair enough. We learnt this in school. I want you to use this and let me know. I know this is a bit of a naughty video, but I've become more congruent in myself, and I'm learning to appreciate my sexuality a bit more. So again, Mum, if you're watching this, hi Mum. Comment in the section below how you're going to use this, and if you're going to use this, and if you use this, the results. because you'll be surprised about how it actually works. And also, if you're someone who does believe in sex after marriage, do the exact same thing, but with something that he likes. So if he likes to eat, be like, man, I've been thinking of cooking for you all day. It's like you can play around with it. It doesn't have to just be around sex, but the fact that you're setting up a challenge for us to knock down, and then there's that resistance, like, guys love that. That's why, you know, sport. Just sport. I mean, I'm not really a sporty person, but sport. Anyway, cool. This is the video. Make sure to subscribe to this video if you liked it. If you didn't like this video, make sure to subscribe as well. Subscribing is mandatory. I'll know if you don't subscribe. All right. Mwah. See you later. Harvey Hooke.